Do you know, sometimes Hollywood and today's movie business are fucking lucrative. They are fucking youpie loo. Now you're probably wondering what I mean by is Hollywood loopy loo. You're probably wondering what the fuck I mean. Well, there was an article, and it's saying that James Bond, the James Bond back in the past, the days of Sean Connery, Roger Moore, and maybe up, would offend today's people. What the fuck? What the ultimate fuck is Hollywood as people gone PC fucking friendly? Have they gone PC fucking friendly? Some of this is laughable because they did a test in air right on people of the day, what they think of James Bond and people from the past. And pretty much people were laid back. They were like me. They were super cool, man. They were super cool. And they were fucking laid back. And this article is just sums up today's PC. Oh, we get offended so easy on anything you say, anything you do, anything you say to someone. This sums up today's fucking way of thinking. Sums it up. It really, really does sum it fucking up of today's fucking Hollywood and today's PC fucking world. It really, really sums it up. Because some of this stuff is stupid. One of the things was, would this offend people with disabilities, meaning people with disabled? There's a scene, and it's used the article from Goldfinger. Remember the scene where Oddjob is fighting Sean Connery as Bond, and he tries to twat Bond, and Bond gets a lucky dodge, and he hits Oddjob. It was saying that they're saying that people with disabilities who are disabled, it's marking them as being villains. Now, I would have thought that the guy with the metal arm, in Live and Let Die, the one with the metal arm, I thought people would be offended more at that. But even that is stupid because that guy was a villain before he lost his arm. He even mentions that in Live and Let Die. I got a little bit jealous with him and he had to hold my arm off. Remember that line when he said that? And he was talking about succotiles and alligators. I would have thought that Blowfield, when John Pessance cut the road and you only live twice, he has the star on his face. What they're going to do, say that's offending people who are disabled? Fuck it, why not use the Blowfield on your Majesty's Secret Service? The one that has no fucking earlobes. Not that you only live twice then. The one that has no earlobes. No, because he cut them off. And you're talking of something in the fucking past. And then they're saying it's too sexist, it's too openistic. Well, I'm sorry to break and upset women's lip here. Sorry to offend anyone who gets easily offended these days. But for anyone who doesn't really know anything about Bond, sorry to offend, take me from Martin One, but James Bond, the book, is taken over Ian Fleming novels of a guy who written these books from the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s until he sadly passed away in 1964 when they was doing fucking Goldfinger. This was a secret agent who lived on the edge, lived a dangerous lifestyle, was a womanizer, liked the nightlife, liked fancy drinks like vodka and martini, sacred not stirred. That was the character. That was the book. You're talking of a book from the 1940s to the 50s into the 60s when Ian Fleming went bye-bye and passed away. You're talking something from the past about a guy who is a womanizer. How can it be openistic? The women who have worked with Bond, they were doing a job. It's called acting. I say that again for people who get easily offended so I can offend myself. It's called acting. There was one woman, right, and this was on an article, and they had a photo of her, and she stood next to George Lazenby, 1969, when there was marketing on Your Majesty's Secret Service. We all know George Lazenby only ever did one Bond film. And they said it was the same thing, and she actually denied it. She, someone who's fucking is cool. You know what I mean? She talked a bit and she had a photo taken with George Lazenby, like I just said, without repeating myself. And even she said it's stupid. She was an actress doing a job. Hooray, someone who's realistic and down to earth. This is what's wrong with today's Hollywood, with PC, pussy friendly people. You can't swear, can't say a certain thing, can't say this, it's urbanistic. Can't say this, it will offend people. Sorry, right, but if people don't like a certain thing, they get offended so easy. Don't watch it. If you are one of these people, right, I'm not going to go at people. I know people have different thoughts. This is what makes the world, an interesting place. Makes it an interesting place. But these people who get offended on a joke, whether it's a religion joke, whether it's a joke, a dirty joke, whether it's a bald man's fucking joke or a fucking fat man's joke, if you're one of them that gets so easy offended, don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's just me giving advice. I'm not telling people what to do, but don't fucking watch it if you get offended. If my dirty mouth offends you, go to another YouTube channel. Watch somebody else. Watch somebody do fishing. Whatever turns you on. At the end of the day, these people who are so PC friendly want to push their debate on someone else and say, well, today the Bond films back then would offend people. It's urbanistic. Should I rewind back? Ian Fleming books. It's a guy who's a womanizer. What the fuck? That's like saying, well, smoking in Bond movies is not accepted. The 1960s, there was not a aware of cancer. That's why when you look at the old Bond films, you see Sean Connery smoking, whether it's Sean Connery, whether it's George Lazenby, even Roger Moore in two Bond films smoked a cigar. Timothy Dalton puffed a fag. You want to know something? There was not aware of cancer back then. There was not aware that so much smoking can cause lung cancer. So in 1989, if you ever watched the end, there's people who want to bring all this shit up. If you see the ending of License to Kill, it has a word up at the end, stop smoking, it causes cancer. Because back then, they got aware of the cancer. In fact, my fucking dog barking, they got aware of the cancer and so on. So that is why, and I'll say it louder because my dog's getting on my nerves, that is why, if you watch any of the other James Bond films after License to Kill, when Pierce Brosnan took the role, they stopped fucking smoking. So there, as I was about to say, I had to pause the time and bring my dog upstairs because it's making a fucking noise, you know, he's a little bastard. But yeah, when you get to Pierce Brosnan, did you ever notice Pierce Brosnan wasn't doing that? Because as I was about to say, I was interrupted, the early Bond movies, there was not aware of cancer. So when they got to License to Kill, and they realised smoking is the source of lung cancer, they did a rare smoking. So you ever watch the ending of License to Kill? That is the reason why. Different era, different time. Some of the jokes, yeah, they probably are sexist, humanistic, but again, different era, different time. But for people to die and say, we've got to put a warning certificate because people are going to be offended. What the fuck? I'm sorry, what, do these people get easy offended? Do you get offended on any fucking thing going? Do you get offended if you see my dog there? Do you get offended if I stick my bum in the air? Do you get offended if I do this and blow a baldy out of my fucking nose? Give me a break with these fucking people who offend so fucking easy. Give me a break. Give me a break. But it's just me, I know, I'm speaking my mind. I know the world is interesting place. People have different thoughts, different opinions. It's what makes the world interesting. But what the fuck these days when people are offended on anything? That's like that. Live and Let Die. When that Bond film come out, are you going to say people of a different race, not racist? Are you going to say people of a different race is going to be offended because it was imitating Pat Potatoes? All the villains were a different race, so don't come across being particularly correct. So it's a break arts. But if anything, that film should have been praised because it was an era of Pat Potatoes and Living That Let Die was imitating Pat Potatoes films like Lapitar, if I remember his fucking name, the main villain in Living Let Die. I can never get his name right. He's sadly no longer with us. He loved that film when he was alive. He loved it. It made a date marking point for him. You only live twice. That's like you're going to insult people who are Chinese. You only live twice. Which state? It was ahead of its time. It's on the truth sort of a different country. The film should be praised for that. So today's error, stop barking noise, eh? Today's error, right, don't me noisy ass dog, should be fucking praised. And you get people who get offended. Well, it's having to go at people who are disabled. It's a fucking film. Where's the disabled in it? Do people not see Live and Let Die and realise the guy was a villain anyway? You only live twice. The guy was a villain. Just because he's got a star on his face didn't turn him into a fucking villain. I never saw anything disabled on Odd Job. And in real life, he was a fucking wrestler. He was a wrestler in real life. You know what I mean? While standing in my fucking dog. Stop barking. Right? Stop barking. No, to my fans. No, don't bark at them. But yeah. So the end of the day, I never saw that. So these people get offended these days. They need to get a fucking backbone. They need to get a fucking backbone. That's all I'm going to say on it. But into them, be smart, be safe. Sorry if I offend, but fuck it. My dog's getting on my tits. Stop fucking barking. What do you say to these people who get offended easy? Thank you. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.